Back in January 2024, Palworld was released to the people of the world. Now, most people, I'll give you a little backstory in case you don't know. Most people call it Pokemon with guns. It's overall considered to be very fun. I didn't play it myself, so I don't know. But the game was a hit. Very, very high ratings. And pretty much every YouTuber ever was playing it. Except for me. And at that moment, people were already worried that some sort of lawsuit or copyright infringement would happen with Palworld and Nintendo Pokemon moments. Which now it turns out has actually happened. Unfortunately, Palworld will have to either change something, take down their game, or they're gonna fight it. But we won't know who wins until that's all settled in court. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a long, arduous, annoying process. So we'll have to see how this plays out. I do have to say, I think it's kind of weird how Nintendo has waited this long. Because it's like, at the start, Palworld was making bank, okay? I think they've made most of the money the developers would ever make from Palworld. But now, after all this time, you know, more than 6 months at this point, I think, now they want to do copyright things, which I think is weird, but you know, better late than never or something. Here's an article by IGN. Nintendo and Pokemon officially sue Palworld. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have taken legal action against Palworld developer Pocket Pair. On September 18th, the companies filed a lawsuit seeking injunctions against infringements and damages. Sorry, I'm not able to speak today, but you know what I'm saying. Accusing the developer of Palworld of infringing on multiple patent rights. Nintendo said in an official statement, Nintendo will continue to take action against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, in order to protect the assets it has worked hard to build up over the years. The move comes after months of speculation that Nintendo would take legal action against Palworld, an indie survival game that many have described as Pokemons with guns. Back in January, Nintendo had stated that it planned to investigate and take appropriate action against potentially infringing content. I think it's really weird how it has taken this long, but at this point Nintendo is putting the lid on it. It's slamming it down, saying no more will I stand for this injustice. Which I guess because they have investigated it apparently, if they think that it's, you know, infringement, then I have every right to do so. I just think it took way too long. Like, that should take, I'm not an expert at this, but like within a month maybe you probably would want to know. So I would take a look at that investigation team, see what's going on over there, because that's a little weird. About 2 hours ago, Dexerto, the Twitter account that basically has every news ever on its account, has reported that the developers of Palworld have officially responded. Excuse me. They call it truly unfortunate, which I understand if you're the devs, because it would probably suck, because you're like, we got away with it, because it took more than 6 months for them to realize that maybe it was infringement. So they probably thought they could grab the bag and run, because it took so long, but now they're here. So they gave out a tweet regarding the lawsuit. Yesterday, a lawsuit was filed against our company for patent infringement. We have received notice of this lawsuit and will begin the appropriate legal proceedings and investigations into claims of patent infringement. At this moment, we are unaware of the specific patents we were accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details. Nintendo should definitely say what's wrong exactly, because maybe that'll give Palworld the chance to, you know, change it up. Pocket Pair is a small indie game company based in Tokyo. Our goal as a company has always been to create fun games. We will continue to pursue this goal because we know that our games bring joy to millions of gamers around the world. Palworld was a surprise success this year, both for gamers and for us. We were blown away by the amazing response to the game, and we're working hard to make it even better for our fans. We will continue improving Palworld and strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. Well, I think you succeeded, and I think that it's also not gonna work anymore, because if I know Nintendo is rough when it comes to lawsuits and stuff. If you ever heard of those stories about emulators and stuff getting just put into the ground because Nintendo is so ruthless when it comes to lawsuits. It's truly unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to game development due to this lawsuit. However, we will do our utmost for our fans and ensure that indie game developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. We apologize to our fans and supporters for any worry or discomfort that this news has caused. You know, it's a nice message. I think Palworld is handling this the right way. Don't make any rash comments. Say something about the fans. That's always a good move. always a good move. But I'm really curious to see where this goes. I'm pretty sure Nintendo, I mean, I know for a fact that Nintendo has just more money to throw at this. That's often a problem with these type of legal cases, that the one who can throw the most money is probably the one who wins. Because if you just don't have the money to support it anymore, and you can't really hire your lawyer, or you can't pay your lawyers anymore, and then the legal fees, because I think there's, like, it costs a lot of money to even get into court. It's like, if you just don't have the money, then you're done. You're gonna have to just, like, accept something. That can either be, you know, you change the game, you take it down, or whatever. And I'm really curious to see what it would actually be. Is it like a few characters that Nintendo doesn't like, and it's just like you need to change the look of them? Or is it something like a lot more fundamental? Because in that case, that's gonna be a shame, because that means that either the game has to be taken down, or, well, I don't really see another option. If it's like something very, like, it, like, they say like every animal, and they can somehow convince the court of that, then I think it's over Palworld. So play it now if you still want to, because you might not get the chance anymore. I mean, this is probably all a very long process, but you never know what's gonna happen. So if you want to play Palworld, do it now, okay? Because you never know when that chance will float away like a fart in a storm. That's a beautiful analogy. I'm definitely going to use that more. I hope that was interesting to you. I thought it was interesting. I wanted to just give you a little bit of the cliff notes about what's happening, just to keep us all up to date for a bit. If there's any more, you know, further developments that I think are interesting, I'll make a follow-up video. Otherwise, there's always some other YouTuber who's made a video about it, so you can get your information anyway. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Remember, play Palworld now if you want to, because it might not get the chance anymore. Subscribe, did I already say that? I think I already said subscribe, but I mean, you should. You should, why shouldn't you? You should. Just subscribe, just do it, I would appreciate it. I like uploading videos, so, like, there will always be new videos for you to watch, so just subscribe, just do it, man, just do it. Just do it. Anyway, see you later.